Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Coffee and Headlines. This is our morning get-together live here on Facebook, where we explore news from our city, our state, and our country, and we connect the dots between those news and the things you bring to the table, your questions, your ideas, your comments, your suggestions on how to best enjoy ourselves here in Puerto Vallarta as a community of English-speaking locals. Today is Thursday, February 1st, and it's a pleasure to see you today and every other day. As always, we welcome those of you that are watching live for the first time to let us know by writing the word new, and we'll be so happy to give you a nice little welcome if you happen to have something really important that you wish to share with the rest of us. It helps a great deal when you add a capital letter Q at the beginning of your comment. With that said, let us get started with the news. Give me just 1 second. I did not unmute after my first announcement. My bad. Okay, here we go again. Here we go again. The 12th International Charro Championship has started at Hacienda Serena and will continue through the rest of the week. As a reminder, this is the most important charro event in Puerto Vallarta and one of the most important events in Jalisco, in which 40 teams from Mexico and the United States compete for over 2 million pesos in prizes. And for the rest of us, it's a great opportunity to enjoy Mexico's national sport up close. We'll mention the charro event again, where we're going to talk about some other events. Did that work? My goodness. Hold on just a second. You heard my charro event, yes, because the microphone was on. You heard me just now. I think we are back to normal. My bad. Second news item of the day. Puerto Vallarta was present at the most recent edition of Spain's International Tourism Fair, known as FITUR. And this is the largest event that brings together tourism representatives from 130 Spanish-speaking countries in the Americas and Europe. The event is usually attended by state tourism authorities from Guadalajara and also by Puerto Vallarta's Tourism Bureau representatives, always looking for new alliances with travel agencies, hotel wholesalers, tour operators, and so forth. And speaking of Guadalajara, just as we call Puerto Vallarta folk that were born and raised here in Puerto Vallarta patas aladas, we call folk from our capital city Tapatíos. But why do we do that? Now, Tribuna de la Bahía offers 3 theories, 2 of which are rather sketchy, if you ask me. Let us start with the first one. According to the city government, the word tapatío comes from the Nahuatl term tlapatiotl, which means it's worth 3. It's worth 3 what, you may ask? Well, this was a common trading system at traditional Guadalajara neighborhood markets like San Juan de Dios, Mexicalcingo, and Analco back in the 17th century, where folks might have traded in 3s. For example, 3 bags of cacao were the trading equivalent of buying 3 corn tortillas. So you either paid with currency or you paid in 3s. So, according to this theory, this is how folk from the region eventually became known as Tapatíos, from this Nahuatl word, Tlapatiotl. Then there's a story of a woman who sold yummy tamales in Tlaquepaque, but her uncle, who helped look at her tamales stand, would forget to cover the container with the tamales, so she would yell at him, Tapatío, as in cover the lid. Why is my next thing not showing up? There it is. Tapatío, in other words, cover uncle, which means put the lid where it belongs. But if you ask me, this is rather sketchy. And the third theory has to do with so-called tapalos, which were beautiful tablecloths embroidered by women that used to sell them at Guadalajara markets and that were quite popular in other regions of Mexico. And I think that theory is also a little bit sketchy. So why do we call Guadalajara folk Tapatíos? I'm not sure, but what I can tell you is that we do. Now let's take a look at the weather and see what's going on outside. And it says here, the sun is a little bitch who reneges on deals. Reneges, I don't know how to pronounce that word. Who reneges on deals to go supernova and wipe out the entire solar system. That sounds pretty lofty if you ask me. It is 26 degrees right now. Humidity is at 60%. And our weather forecast for today says humid with clear skies throughout the day, a high temperature of 29 and a low temperature of 21. Tomorrow, Friday, will be a humid day with mostly clear skies throughout the day, a high of 28 and a low of 18. And Saturday, mostly clear skies throughout the day with a high of 27 and a low of 19. And that is what we have for the first block of news. I want to continue now with a couple of new items and some reminders. For starters, once again, Banderas News is repurposing the latest Per Project newsletter and shows us ways to connect with Puerto Vallarta's nonprofit No Kill Feline Shelter. If you're interested in cat protection or you're a cat lover, you may want to take a look at this link in the show notes today. And we go back to Puerto Vallarta's Tourism Bureau, which offers us a nice reminder that there are several beautiful beaches located both within Puerto Vallarta and its vicinity that are not Los Muertos Beach. The Facebook post points to a webpage on their website where you can explore more detailed descriptions of many local popular beaches, such as Mismaloya, Chacala, Colomitos, and so forth. And now on to other events, some of which we mentioned earlier and a few days ago, but there's just a lot of fun stuff going on the next coming days, starting with the ongoing International Charro Tournament, which is going on in the city at Hacienda Serena. You should be able to find more details and a schedule of events on this Facebook event, including the big finale, which takes place on Sunday, I believe. Also, a reminder, the Michelada Festival is on at Parque Hidalgo this coming Saturday and Sunday. We talked about this a few days ago, about these wonderful contraptions that have beer and all kinds of sauces and vegetables placed on top of the containers. This is a free festival going on at Parque Hidalgo this weekend, Saturday and Sunday. And also, the latest air fryer cooking class at The Joint will take place this Sunday and feature a romantic brunch menu. This is the latest of the very successful air frying cooking classes held at The Joint. And also on Sunday, we have the wonderful New Belters performance by Nicholas King and Seth Sykes at Nacho Daddy. This is in the evening. We talked about this event and recommended it highly. Then there's a new Asian street food fusion restaurant opening in Colonia Emiliano Zapata this coming Monday. It is called Romantic Wok. So if Chinese and Thai stir fry freshly prepared in a flaming wok is your thing, there's an opening of a new restaurant coming up on Monday from 4 to 8 p.m. Again in Colonia Emiliano Zapata, and this is called Romantic Wok. And of course, the International Madonari Festival is coming next weekend at Puerto Vallarta's main plaza, directly in front of City Hall, where you'll enjoy a number of amazing artists painting on the sidewalk and on the floor for cash prices. These are artists from Mexico, from Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, and of course from Santa Barbara, our sister city, which is co-organizing the event. And last but not least, I learned yesterday afternoon that there are still a few, they said plenty of spaces available for my Soulful Storytellers free music appreciation presentation today. A lot of places available yesterday. Hopefully that has changed. But in case you haven't gotten in touch with the Joint to reserve your space, this is a completely free music appreciation presentation this afternoon at 5 o'clock at the Joint. I'll be putting my new and improved voice to the test. We'll see how that works out. And now let us take a quick look at your comments to see what is going on in your worlds. Lots of good mornings. Pudding Pum Pum. Karen, bon voyage. I hope I get to see you this afternoon. And if not, I hope I get to cross paths with you at some point. In all fairness, it's been a while since I forgot to unmute myself. I do apologize, but here we are. Pum pum pum. I was trying to read your lips. It didn't work. I don't blame you. Looking for cues. Barbara's looking forward to hearing Enrique Allende singing tonight at the Palm. That should be a good performance, I'm sure. And I don't see any other cues. So I think we are pretty much done with today's presentation. Tomorrow is a good day to connect with Coffee and Headlines, because tomorrow we are celebrating World Wetlands Day, and we will talk about what is a wetland and why they are important. We have a wetland right in the middle of Puerto Vallarta and several others in other parts of Jalisco. So that'll be part of tomorrow's content. Today, I am looking forward to connecting with people in person and talking about music this afternoon. And for the rest of you, I hope you have a really wonderful day. I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. And if not tomorrow, sometime in the near future. Between now and then, take care and have a good one.